I am in Lansing, Michigan, and this place is called the Rickard Lounge. And what it is, it's a collection of various different stores are in here. There's books, there's an arts place, variety of different things. But the vinyl, it was really neat. And it's a little noisy, as you can hear. This is in a different part of Lansing, and it's called, I guess, Rio Town, R-E-O Town. Means something, I guess, but let's go and take a look and see what they got in here. So I hope you enjoyed the store tour, the Record Lounge in Lansing. There was a lot of temptation in that store. It's not huge, but they had really good stuff. You can see on that when I started, I went to that back wall, and some of those horror albums. And I'm not into horror music and the soundtracks, but I know that's a huge genre, and that stuff goes for a lot of money. That stuff was going for a lot of money in there too. I mean, I don't know enough about it, but there's that Alice Coltrane I just saw got reissued, and there was a nice copy of it. I did pick up 3 albums there, and that cost me enough. So that's the problem for these record store tours. It can be costly, but you sure find some neat things. So the Record Lounge in Lansing, Michigan. Very enjoyable. If you're in Michigan, obviously Lansing has some great record stores, and this would be one of them that's well worth checking out. So now, this week I didn't get any more of the lottery albums, so we're going to go back to show albums that I brought back into my collection. And that had been getting low, but it's slowly been building up. So let's go through some of these. This one came through Vinyl Me Please. Now, I actually have a copy, an original of this. There's a riot going on. So I debated on getting this or not, but Vinyl Me Please does such a nice job with their albums. And I thought, boy, I bet this thing would just sound super good, which it does, and have those little extras that we all like, and by golly, it sure does. There's a riot going on. Here we go, explaining about the process. Not a lot in there, but enough to wet your whistle. No pictures really, but that's okay. And then the vinyl is hard to get out. Isn't that neat? Look at that. Wow. Clear and red. So very neat vinyl. This is, what you could definitely call an essential album for any good collection. And where rock and funk got mixed together, and Sly was probably his next one, Fresh Fruit, was pretty good, but this is just considered, as always, one of the greatest albums of all time. So happy to have that one back in my collection. I got this at the Record Lounge. I was really excited. The Bad Brains and Rock for Light, and this is their classic album, and there's my original. So I saved this from the flood, and I just needed an album cover. So no, I didn't buy this at the Record Lounge. I just bought this at another record store I visited down in Detroit. It was a brand new one that has just opened a few months ago, but I couldn't film it because the manager wasn't there. His dad was watching. He goes, well, I really need to talk to my son, but he's out mowing some yards. So I wasn't able to film it. And I hope to get back and do it. But I saw this on the wall, and I know, again, I had an original album of it. No cover. There's covers a little wear there. So I thought, well, let's just spend a whole lot of money for a cover with another new original. So now I have this album with 2 original vinyl records. Does that make it worth twice as much, I wonder? Maybe someday we'll find just one of these without everything. There's the back of it. And there is nothing. It's just a white paper insert. And look, it looks just the same as mine. It is a different pressing than from what I have, but really happy. One of those great punk albums out of Washington, D.C. Kind of the marriage of punk and reggae thrown in there. Really great album. Happy to have that back, though that's one expensive album cover, I can tell you right now. This just came in today. Lo-Fi, and here we have In a Silent Way. I think this is one of his greatest albums. Very quiet. It is we're going into the electronics, but he's really calmed down. It's just really beautiful music on here. Peaceful is one, and In a Silent Way, It's About Time is on the other. So it's just really 2 records. And so MoFi just brought this back out, and I have, if it's a Miles and I don't have it, I'm picking it up. And it came really quick and fast, so excited. This is one of the best Miles albums. And if you don't want the fast or the hard stuff, if you just want something that's contemplative and just nice to put on, this is just such an excellent album. So very happy to have this In a Silent Way from Miles Davis. Bought this at my local store, Radio Wasteland. There we go. A white wedding day. And I'm dancing with myself. I'm dancing. Yeah, that's kind of a theme song of mine, I guess. I'm always just dancing with myself. I'm sure there's probably some sexual connotation there, but because my wife really doesn't dance. Go to the wedding. Hey, you want to go out and dance? No. All right. I'll just sit there and dig the music myself. So this was fun. I only need 2 Billy Idol albums. The first and the second one. The other ones have stuff on them. They're not bad. But it isn't like I'm looking for it, or need it. Quite honestly, greatest hits of Billy Idol would suffice. But this was nice. It was good to see his self-titled album here. And I was very happy. Really, very good price on it. Good to have back in. So now I have the first 2 albums. That's all I need. That's it. Here was one I had to order off Discogs. I could not find it. I've been looking and looking. In bins, I never see it anymore. Bruce Hornsby in the Range. That's the Way It is on here. That is an incredibly beautiful. This whole album is incredibly beautiful. The piano playing, the guitar playing, top notch. This group was just doing incredible work, and their next album was just as good. But this used to be like this bargain bin fodder, and I cannot find it, and I have been looking. It's been on my list of all things that we could have, to look for in this world. I used to have this, and I really like this album a lot. I just thought it was beautiful. Yeah, it's a little more adult-oriented rock, but I mean the piano playing. Obviously he's a pianist, Bruce Hornsby, and it's absolutely incredible. So I just said, you know what? I want that album. I want it now. And went to Discogs, found one at a decent price, and ordered it. So I now have it. And look, it even has the old sticker. Remember those? They had ripped that off. Ring that up. The final one here. And I bought this down in Charlotte, North Carolina. And actually, Dave, the BC ambassador, handed it to me. Robert Johnson, King of the Delta Blues Singers. And it is a classic, no doubt about it. I do have the Robert Johnson box set. So did I need this? Probably not, but it's Robert Johnson. I mean, and I used to have that. Repo record. So there's the stickers from that. I've already shown that one. Vinyl looked really good on this. Whoops. And there we go. And nothing on the inner sleeve. So the guy that, really, the godfather of blues, the man, the myth, the legend, who started it, is going on before that. But he brought mystique to it. He brought stories of selling my soul to play the blues. So great to have that back in. So that's some of the albums. I have a few others, but we'll save those for another time. I just wanted to share those so now I can put them away. But very excited to get each and every one of these because they were all important albums that I wanted back in my collection. Thanks, everyone. Have a great rest of your week, and please drop by on Sunday. And don't forget, I also have my podcast with Jim Gleason from Radio Wasteland, 2 guys talking about records. Find us on Spotify, iHeart, or Radio Wasteland YouTube. Have a great day. Bye.